The most reliable weapon in your arsenal is rarely the one sitting behind a velvet rope or locked inside a climate-controlled glass display. In the unforgiving reality of the backcountry, a hunting rifle is not a luxury watch, it is a lifeline. At the 2026 National Rifle Association annual meetings, the firearms industry split into two distinct battlegrounds. On one side, an arms race of ultra-premium rigs pushing well past the $2,000 mark. But down in the trenches, a quiet and profound revolution was forged. Manufacturers stopped making excuses and started making absolute machines. By resurrecting forgotten blueprints, optimizing legacy actions, and weaponizing modern global supply chains, they created mechanical monsters for under $600. These are not cheap compromises. These are precision instruments built for the pragmatic hunter. Today, we are extracting the top 5 hidden gem hunting rifles of the year. Number 5. The Winchester Wildcat SR. For generations, the semi-automatic .22 long rifle was a maintenance nightmare. Shooters were forced to jam cleaning rods down the muzzle end, risking permanent damage to the rifling crown just to keep the action running. Winchester looked at this decades-old flaw and engineered a complete structural override. The mechanic insight here is the brilliant dropout lower receiver. With the push of a single recessed button, the entire trigger group and bolt carrier fall away into your hand, requiring zero tools. It allows for true breech to muzzle cleaning, just like a high-end precision platform. Combined with a new hemispherical firing pin that crushes the ammunition rim with a massive surface area, it virtually eliminates the frustrating misfires common with cheap bulk ammo. When you operate this weapon, it cycles like a relentless industrial sewing machine, chewing through rounds with an insatiable appetite. But every machine has a trade-off. The deal breaker for the Wildcat SR is its extreme lack of mass. Weighing in at exactly 4 pounds, it handles like a featherweight ghost. For veteran marksmen accustomed to the heavy, planted feel of a classic wood-stock rifle, this polymer platform can feel overly skittish and difficult to stabilize during offhand shots. Still, running on industry-standard Ruger 1022 rotary magazines, it is an absolute utility beast. You can secure this rimfire innovator for around $310. Number 4. The TriStar KR22. For decades, the rimfire training ecosystem was dominated by toys disguised as rifles. But the modern marksman demands a training platform that perfectly mirrors the ergonomics of their high-dollar centerfire systems without the crippling cost of ammunition. TriStar delivered exactly that. But before we break down its architecture, let us test your knowledge. What is the universal industry standard thread pitch for a .22 caliber rimfire sound suppressor? Is it half by 28, 5/8 by 24, or 9/16 by 24? Tell me your answer in the comments below. Returning to the KR22, the undeniable mechanical triumph here is the heavily skeletonized chassis system combined with a fully adjustable comb. When you mount a large objective optic, a standard stock forces you into an unstable chin weld. This chassis allows you to dial in the exact comb height necessary for a bone-supported cheek weld, fundamentally locking your eye to the glass for precision target shooting. However, there is a vulnerability in its feeding mechanism. The included 10-round rotary magazine, while compact, demands a meticulous break-in period and rigorous cleaning regimen compared to the bomb-proof simplicity of a traditional single-stack stick magazine. If you neglect it, you will face feeding malfunctions on the range. Yet, for an entry-level chassis trainer with a factory-threaded 18.6-inch barrel, it completely disrupts the market at approximately $249. Number 3. The CVA Scout Takedown. While the modern hunting world obsesses over high-capacity platforms, the ancient discipline of the single-shot rifle has quietly returned to the deepest, darkest timber of the American wilderness. This is not a weapon of volume. It is a weapon of absolute, singular intent. The mechanical genius of the Scout Takedown lies in its profound structural simplicity. Because it operates on a break-action design, there is virtually zero receiver length behind the breech. This brings the center of gravity drastically rearward, creating a platform that handles like lightning in dense brush. But the true tactical advantage is the toolless takedown system. By pulling a single lever, the entire weapon fractures into two equal halves, allowing it to disappear into a standard hiking pack or the cramped cargo hold of a backcountry bush plane. To harness the punishing kinetic energy of massive straight wall cartridges like the 350 Legend or the legendary 4570 Government, engineers integrated a proprietary crush zone recoil pad. It diametrically compresses upon firing, absorbing the brutal shockwave before it transfers to your shoulder. But make no mistake, this platform demands absolute perfection from the shooter. The critical deal breaker is its fundamental nature. You have exactly one round in the chamber. If you misjudge the distance or pull your shot under the adrenaline rush, there is no rapid follow-up shot to save your hunt. You can secure this unbreakable backcountry lifeline for around $449. Number 2. The Stevens Model 334. For years, American manufacturers struggled to produce a premium-feeling centerfire rifle without passing exorbitant tooling costs down to the working-class sportsman. The solution was found by looking beyond borders. By merging legacy American engineering with state-of-the-art, multi-axis machining centers from the Republic of Turkey, Savage Arms forged a masterpiece of global supply chain logistics. This is not a sloppy entry-level action. It is a surgical instrument. The mechanical crown jewel of the 334 is its advanced 3-lug bolt head, delivering a remarkably short 60-degree bolt throw. In the past, you had to spend thousands of dollars on a custom European platform to acquire that kind of aggressive geometry. This minimized arc allows you to cycle the weapon like a lightning strike while keeping your eye firmly welded to the optic, tracking your target through the recoil impulse. When you run that bolt, it feels like sliding oiled steel across a sheet of glass. But true tactical application requires understanding a weapon's limits. The deal breaker here is the feeding architecture. It utilizes a single-stack detachable box magazine, effectively capping your capacity to exactly 3 rounds. It forces a mindset of absolute discipline, demanding that every pull of the trigger is calculated and deliberate, because you do not have a deep reservoir of ammunition to rely on during a high-stress engagement. You can wield this international powerhouse for around $389. Number 1. The Glenfield Model A. Sometimes, the greatest weapons are born from the ashes of fallen empires. When the historic Marlin Firearms Empire collapsed in a storm of corporate bankruptcy, Sturm Ruger and Company secured the dormant Glenfield moniker and initiated a massive tactical resurrection. They recognized a massive void in the market and deployed a devastating solution. They did not just build a new rifle from scratch and pass the developmental cost to you. Instead, they weaponized their legendary, combat-proven Gen 1 Ruger American architecture to completely conquer the pragmatic hunting market. At its absolute core, the Model A relies on an impenetrable one-piece, 3-lug bolt design that delivers a fiercely short 70-degree bolt throw. This mechanical insight is an absolute game-changer in the high-stress environment of the field. A traditional dual-lug, 90-degree action forces you to fight against your own scope body, but this 70-degree arc provides massive vertical clearance for modern, oversized optics. It allows you to run the action with blinding speed under severe adrenaline dumps without ever breaking your grip, losing your target sight picture, or smashing your knuckles against the magnification ring. When you send a massive straight wall cartridge, like the 350 Legend or the heavy-hitting 450 Bushmaster downrange, the rifle behaves like a relentless American muscle car. It is pure, unapologetic kinetic energy harnessed inside a rugged, heavily textured moss green splatter polymer chassis. The matte black receiver and factory-threaded barrel absorb light like a black hole, keeping your position completely concealed from your target. Furthermore, it refuses to compromise on fire control. Every pull of the user-adjustable trigger, which breaks like a frozen glass rod between 3 and 5 pounds, guarantees absolute mechanical superiority in the darkest, coldest timber. It does not pretend to be a polished museum piece hanging on a wall. It is a brutal, cold weather machine built for the working-class marksman who demands absolute reliability. You can secure this undisputed king of the budget battleground for around $499. Before we close out this tactical briefing, let us resolve that pop quiz. The universal industry standard thread pitch for a .22 caliber rimfire sound suppressor is exactly half by 28. If you guessed correctly, your mechanical intelligence is dialed in. Looking at this entire arsenal, the message from the 2026 National Rifle Association annual meetings is crystal clear. The era of elite mechanical precision being held hostage by the wealthy is officially dead. You do not need a $2,000 luxury piece to command the wilderness or secure a tactical advantage. You need an unapologetic, relentless tool forged for the fight. If you want more classified intel and hard truth on the weapons that actually matter, hit that subscribe button right now. Stay sharp, stay dangerous, and we will see you downrange.